Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Last time we continued our investigation, and we got the truth out of Larry, because he was not doing his job the way he was supposed to be doing. Anyway, today, we're, fuck am I about to do? Where do I go? Wish they had a transcript like in other games. What info did we get off of him? I'm completely lost. Well, no matter. I'll figure out where to go. Wrong button to press there. Also, I have no clue what's going on with my laptop audio settings and my PC audio settings. Because I can leave my microphone, like, gain the same, but for some reason it's more sensitive on my laptop now? I don't quite understand what's going on there. So that's why I'm sort of sitting a little further back, hoping I won't peak the mic. I didn't get anything new. Maya, tell me where to flip and go. What do you do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. I've already been there! Okay. Or did I end on Ron prepping to ask him some questions? You know, you can just avoid all this by checking the end of your previous video. Yeah, I know. But I'm lazy. Okay, alright. We were going to talk to him. Okay, then. Mr. Delight, you still insist that you are mask to mask. Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief. Didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in the photo, it's gotta be Detective Atney. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? And suddenly, they bashed me over the head. Bam. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. Thought I'd die myself. His tongue's sticking out and his tie is messed up. I mean, yeah, you can cause bleeding around the brain with blunt trauma, but can't you cause that by sort of like choking someone out or suffocating them? Hanging them? I don't know, I'm not too on the up and up with like brain bleeding, but That almost looks like he was choked out. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. I mean, I don't even know if that would, like, factor into the case at all or not. I mean, the man's dead, but still. Oh my god, you... Okay, great. So now you got your fingerprints on everything. Good job, Ron. So that's why you put it in the safe. Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there, for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Okay then. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Phew, thank goodness. Here, no, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why'd you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. That's what I thought anyway. So he became Mask the Mask for Desiree, huh? Well, I got nothing out of that. Let's try presenting some stuff. Oh. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Oh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? This list. We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask the Mask stole. And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000. $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Would security guards know about that? Hey! This is an article about my debut heist! Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were out of my trail. But Mask the Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask the Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. And I quickly changed it to my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow. Awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is that you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Mask disguise. That's interesting. He was working with Bullard, wasn't he? Like, this kind of solidifies it. Because he's apparently a good detective, so he probably did know that it was Ron who did the first crime, but he felt he could use that to his advantage for money? Because it wasn't up until, like, later on the stolen treasures would end up being returned. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. The blackmail letters? What are you talking about? Hurry, tell me what you mean. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Better talk, boy. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Eminon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know? I've got proof that it was you, so give it up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean by you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. Don't say anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Oh my god, he really is Mask to Mask. But Atme donned the costume up on the end so they could get rid of him. They were trying to take out Ron, him and someone else. An accomplice. Because there might have been a little triage. Kane Bullard, Atme, and someone else. What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They show security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heists wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Mask to Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned it all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. And I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Well, she gonna find out. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes? But please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? Huh. That's... Huh. He's not wrong. Though, I mean... How much time would you get for... Well, I don't know, because the fact that he has a connection to Kane Bullard, that would probably be first degree murder. So, yeah, that would be very harsh. Life, if not death penalty. But then you stole like at least four multi-million-dollar, well, not multi-million, but like four very expensive pieces of art. Like, that's grand robbery. Then when you take into account the monetary value, that could be a pretty long time too. I don't think you would get life off of that, but you also have to take into consideration the specific counts. I don't know. I don't know which one would be the lesser of two evil. Well, I mean, first degree murder would probably be the worst, but whatever. Okay. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya. Hey, Pearly, I'm back. Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Karain Village to have it examined. And? What'd you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. No, it's not. Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We gotta find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Okay. So that's the piece of evidence I was missing. Oh, you got some splaining to do, Adrian. Where the hell was she? How do I get back? Okay, main exhibition hall. Then down here. And down. There we go. Basement warehouse. Ooh, where did she go? Oh, there she is. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. Haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. If we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. This box that the sacred urn was in. Looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Urn box? There's just so much going wrong here. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. I'm suspicious about this paint mark. The left part of it is shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be this odd shape is... Yeah, pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Yeah, it's a fake. No clues here. I want to examine Mystic Ami again. That actually wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right? Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if someone moved it, it was probably masked a mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami while he stole the urn. Hey, cut it out. You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. Okay, nothing from that. It's like the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. So they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Who cares? It's an investigation. I don't think this will give me anything new. He said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. That was obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Abby was the real thief. Still hard to believe. It looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never know it was bent in the first place. Huh. Interesting. But please be gentle with it. Completely dry. The box of the sacred urn fits in the gap perfectly. Wooden box that had the sacred urn in it has pink paint stains on it. Found in Atmi's office, covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. Can't be. Unless she fixed it up that perfect, but that goes against this. Unless now I present that to her? Because the specific question when we were in her psyche lock was, how do you know I faked it? But I can't present this because they say it's the genuine article. I'm doing a safety save because I don't want to go into the trial with like not a lot of health. But no, but they said I was wrong when I presented this before. And it's not like a little psyche lock section to say you presented the wrong thing initially. Because it would still go on, but I wouldn't have had the evidence to back it up. I'll give it a shot by presenting the vase, but I think they're going to get me on the fact that it says the genuine article. Okay. Alrighty, so do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Oh wait, no, that wasn't the question. Yeah, it was how it was genuine. Okay, well, alright. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Karain Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the vase was broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes. It was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Oh, so it wasn't a plant. So she just fixed it perfectly. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? Because this is what it looked like a few days ago. This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says, Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Ah, wait. 4, Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. Must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like I still haven't broken the entire psyche lock. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? See, I don't know what I would present here. Unless I need to find, like, another clue? Because this doesn't tell me about how the box was, or how the vase was broken. Unless I go into the... No, that just proves that the box was located here. It doesn't necessarily show that the contents themselves... But it did look like something knocked it over. Or knocked over paint, or something was sitting on top of it. Paint got everywhere for some reason. Do we have anything stating that the statue was found on its side or something? Because that paint wasn't there before. I'm gonna do one more quick sweep of the area. I want to be absolutely sure. Oh, okay, wait, this is... They're not letting me speed through this. This is a camera and computer that Tech Vatme set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet he still let it take a picture of him. Guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. We got the paint right there in the picture, too. So then why would Mask to Mask, allow that to happen? So he has an alibi. From the Bullard thing. Oh, yeah, okay, that's all connected then, the computer and the... Part of a big signboard all I can read on is the burr. Oh, so they're just repeating this. I can't speed through this. Oh, alright, so I guess it's just related to when I start the game over. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I didn't find any other evidence here, so I'll just give this a shot. This is a Hail Mary. I mean, I don't necessarily see how this is proof that it was broken here at Lordly Taylor. Well, I guess we could go under the assumption that there is pink paint stains on this, pink paint splotches on the vase. Both of those together show that it had been here because of the paint stains on the floor. But that wouldn't necessarily say it was broken. Maybe? Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's correct. Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? This urn has these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. And there's some on the box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So, what's that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means that the urn was broken here too. So can you prove that? Can you prove that box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? Yeah, I mean, this perfect indentation. So, but how would you get dropped out of that? Unless they knocked over a paint can when they did it? I don't know. Well, we're going to get the truth from her, so... Ah, I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. There's pink paint splattered on the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. But there's an odd shape imprinted in a part of the paint stain, am I right? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right here. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Well, there we go. I didn't need the saves after all. They were just there to build confidence, I guess. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, it's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. Of course you do. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Oh, okay, tripped. Alright, fair enough. I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. Broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Karain Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Ami? How are they broken that perfectly where they could be switched both times? I didn't know how it was originally written. Could have just looked at the picture. Any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Damn. Any sane person? Really? Oh, pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. But why is that important? But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, it's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used a golden statue to cover it. The Ami face statue. Aha. It was moved the night of the crime. Why would Atme move it? What, to further strengthen his alibi? I don't... The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain trading hall. And? I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved, but why? Yeah, I don't get that. This is... Huh. Wait, because this was just updated. You know, carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime, moved again that night. What else got updated? When Adrian dropped the urns box 2 weeks ago, she also knocked over some paint. By Adrian 2 weeks ago, replaced in its box, kept out of sight. The masked second heist on he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Wait. 2 weeks ago. When did this arrive? Does that correspond? But why? Did he need the crime scene to look the exact way it was when he was first there? That... I'm genuinely confused about that. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. It has to be so Atme has an alibi. But what would moving the statue accomplish? Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another Mask to Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow. Oh, does that mean we're going to get like a fresh start 3-day thing? Because we solved the theft trial, but now we have a murder trial. I think that will start like a new 3 days. Looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. I have no clue where this is going. I mean, I know we're going to have to... Ooh, this is going to be an uphill battle. Can't wait to see where it goes, but I'm still confused as to why certain things occur. But I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of that starting next time. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time for some more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Goodbye.